Welcome to my podcast, Soul Connects. I'm your host, Dr. Daisy Lekharu, and it is awesome to be connecting with you again. For those who have not connected before, welcome to my channel and hope you enjoyed. Today, we are going to touch upon a topic, living in the now. Seriously, I'm not kidding. This is something that we all struggle, and I thought it would be quite interesting to discuss that with you, my journey, and also share some stories with you as well as I talk about living in the present moment. There are many books which have been written on this topic, and many of you might have read, but yet you still struggle. And I have read many books on it, and I also practice a lot. How do I live in the now? It's been quite a while now, so I thought um, it is a nice time to also share with you my journey and share with you how I live in the now. So, hello, beautiful souls, once again. Thank you and welcome back to Soul Connect. This is the space where we connect with humor, wisdom, reality, and where overthinking meets today, its present, and natural enemy, the present moment. Today's episode, Now or Never, seriously, let's look at the comedy, the chaos, and the truth of living in the present. Living in the now sounds so very, very simple until actually you really, really try it. Then suddenly your brain moves to a different zone altogether and you start doing improvisations about your thinking, just like Trevor Noah does it in his show, or Kapil Sharma and the others who do a lot of on the spot extempore preparations, though they have their scripts, but yet they do a lot of improvisations as well. Life is like that. We try to live in the moment, but and suddenly we are actually thinking a lot of different things. Why do we avoid the now? Humans are the only species who can be physically in one place but mentally in probably 1,000 different locations. Interesting, isn't it? You're eating lunch, say for example, but thinking about tomorrow's meeting. What's going to happen tomorrow? Tomorrow I have this meeting. Let's see what's going to happen. While replaying again yesterday's argument that you had probably with someone and it's running in your head. While at the same time, you're imagining a future where you will have your great abs and you're building your muscles and you're planning to have your great abs. You're thinking so many different things at the same time. Meanwhile, if you look around and you look at, say for a dog or a puppy who is just happy to exist, a cow is just chewing the grass. A toddler is thrilled because they found a spoon. He's been looking for a spoon and found it, and it's like a eureka moment and so happy about it. We, on the other hand, are time traveling inside our heads like all the Marvel characters. It's just that we don't have the costume and we don't have the paycheck. But otherwise, we are traveling from one zone to the other across the time zones. And like Marvel characters, now we are in the past, now we are in the present, we are in the future. We just keep hopping around too fast. Here's the truth. Life doesn't happen in the past. It's already gone. Life will happen in the future. It hasn't arrived yet. It is still on its way. Life only happens in the now. This is the truth. It doesn't live in your regrets, not in your fears, not in your imaginary future where everything magically works out in your dreams in the future, where you're dreaming about a big castle where you're living and you're the king or the queen and you have like everybody serving you. Well, that's a magical moment that you will live in the future. But hey, hang on, come back. This is your moment, and I am right here standing, and I'm actually talking to you, and you are listening to me at the same time. And maybe somebody else is doing something else at this point in time. So just here, this breath, this moment, this is where we live. My story. I want to share, well, my stories, a lot of stories, having, lived on this planet and traversed this planet for so long. There are so many, so many, so many stories. But how did I learn to live in the now? Well, once upon a time, I was not the version of myself that you hear or see me today, or you meet me today. I was living probably my life, but also trying to lead and live somebody else's life. I was running on an autopilot, always running after something for the tomorrows. Sometimes in the now, but a lot in the tomorrows, making things work to make the better tomorrow, which is not bad, but, and sometimes maybe even yesterday, brooding over certain things. And I didn't like it anyway, but it kept teaching me lessons and lessons and lessons. Some lessons I didn't ask for, and it happens with all of us. Probably even you are doing the same. And then something really changed my life. Something really happened. Something that really shook me to my core. Something that changed the entire architecture of my soul. I lost my mother. I didn't think she would pass away so soon. And I thought she would stay on for some more time. We are also selfish. We want to hang on. And I was living still in the future that she's still with me. But yes, I was trying to live with her in those moments. But while I was trying to live with her those moments, she passed away very fast. It was so sudden. I wasn't prepared. We all have grief and we all deal with it in different ways. But it was really, really shocking. I'm sure it was shocking for my family members and everybody. But everybody, we are all affected in this with the same thing in a very different way. And it gives us some lessons for life in a different way, or sometimes to some people it doesn't. But for me, it really shook me to my core. And then I realized, as it brought something inside me which really broke very hard. And I didn't know how, and I didn't know that it could actually ever break at that, like that. It was not easy. She was the person who taught me to live in the moment. She was the anchor. She taught me how to love myself, how to breathe fully, how to be in the present, how to be present. She was she was a strong, she was a chattan, and I call myself a chattan now. And suddenly this rock, no, the rock of my life just passes away and she's like gone. Of course, the physicality is gone, but she's still around me even as I'm talking to you. But sometimes we also miss the presence in the physical realm so much because we are so much anchored to it, and we rely on it and we are tied to it so much. And then I realized how much I had lost, what I had lost, and how much I had lost of life. I had missed while I was trying to build the future, trying to live in the future, trying to live the future of my dreams. I was not totally in the present. And yeah, we are all seem to be in a race all the time, and we are running after one thing after the other, sometimes maybe many things at the same time. We call ourselves the great multitaskers, but that's where I was. That was the time when I made a promise to myself. I will not wait for tomorrow to be better. I will make now better. I worked on the now all the time, but I did not prioritize things which were also other important to me. But I lived life, but still not in the moment. I told myself now should be the moment that I live, and I will live every moment like it is the last and make it a happy one. Life is given to us as a gift, and life is given to us to live happily. I tried to be happy, but I did not focus too much on the now. I was too much into improving the future. But now, after that point, I really realized, and it was very harsh reality that really shook me. And I realized that no, Daisy, you need to take control and you have to live in the now. And tomorrow is going to be good. Today is also good, but you Dream about the future, but also live in the present, live in the moment. Now, that was on the serious part, which actually did change my life a lot. And for you also, probably for many of you, things must have happened in life and you took cognizance of things, and then you came to a realization. The moment of truth came to you where you decided, I'm going to live in the now. I'm going to live now. Let's go to a story. Life is to be happy, but life is not forever. There was this friend, and well, uh, there was this man who was actually on his deathbed. Suddenly, the celestial escort arrived to with a clipboard in the hand and saying, very professional, said, the escort said, "Sir, it's time for you to go, and you never lived in the moment. You were always in the past or the future, so you are going to hell." The man really panicked and he was like, "Hell? No, 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 no. Just give me one more day. I'll meditate. I'll be mindful. I'll live in the now. I'll even stop checking my phone every 3 minutes." The escort sighed and said, "Sir, this is not Amazon Prime. You don't get extra days on request." So, the moral of the story, you never get time back. The time that is now will become yesterday very soon and it will be gone. Not even with expedited shipping will you have more time. So, this is the moment that you have, and this is the only life that you have to live. Let's take some other stories that I heard from the buzz. Some real life stories. Humans are terrible at living in the now, and sometimes it's really hilarious. There was a husband who was actually trying to live in the now. He once proudly announced at home, and he said, "I've decided to live in the present moment." And his wife was like, she really smiled and said, "Wonderful. Start by taking out the trash." And he was like, he blinked and he said, "No, no, 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 no. I meant spiritually, not physically, as in trash, trash." Well, everyone wants enlightenment. Nobody wants chores. But when you're living in the now, you may enlighten yourself, but there are also chores that we need to do. And this is the moment, and this is the life. You need to make your choices. A wag. We say wives and girlfriends. A wag once said, "I don't live in the present. I live in the future where my partner wins the trophy." And her best friend was like, said, "Sweetheart, he's just looking for his jersey." And he wanted some help. And he was like, "Can you help me find my jersey?" But she was like, "Oh, you're going to win the trophy." Well, this is not about that girls have to do everything, but that was a moment when he was actually asking for some help. But yes, um, she was so future focused on the trophy and the winning that while helping him to prepare, and then while he was going out, while he was getting ready, um, he was missing his jersey. Well, there was this couple who decided that let's meditate together. Life has been good, but I think we will be better and we will connect better. Let's try and connect spiritually. Let's meditate. They sat down, closed their eyes. After, say, around few seconds, 20 seconds, the wife whispered, "Are you breathing loudly on purpose?" The husband said, "No, this is my normal breathing." And she replied, "Well, your normal breathing is disturbing my aura." So the meditation ended. The marriage survived. Barely, but it did survive. They're still trying to meditate together so that they can make their life better and connect spiritually as well. I know someone who overthinks so much, and it can actually turn a simple WhatsApp scene into a kind of whole Netflix series. She received a message which said, okay. She sent a message to someone and that person actually responded saying, okay. And her brain, she had a whole series like in Netflix and the other Amazon Prime and in the other series. In her brain, it was going on like in season one. Why only okay? And there was another season two of the series saying, okay, meaning are they upset? Then there was another season three episodes saying, well, did I offend them? Season four, should I apologize? They said, okay. Then another season came. Should I apologize for apologizing? And lo bingo, another season, season six. Let me overthink the apology draft as well. Well, meanwhile, the sender, after sending that message, was just watching reels while this friend was actually running seasons and seasons of different episodes for Netflix, for Amazon Prime. This is how life is. There was, again, there was this influencer who posted, said, live in the now, be present, be mindful, and then immediately checked the likes after 30 seconds. Even mindfulness has push notifications now. A friend once actually asked me and told me her story. Said, I tried mindfulness today. I tried to live in the moment. I had a great discussion. I also listened to your podcast last time around when you actually talked about mindfulness. By the way, for those who missed, the last episode that I talked was on mindfulness. Have a look and do listen to it on what is mindfulness. So this friend came and told me that, I tried mindfulness today. I asked, how did it go? Well, she sat down and said, well, I sat down, I closed my eyes, I breathed deeply, and that very moment, I actually remembered how embarrassing, some moments, things that I actually did, and things that I've actually done since 2007. So she was overthinking. So we had a great discussion after that. So now she's again practicing her mindfulness as well. So, beautiful souls, here are your now nuggets. The wisdom bombs wrapped in humor. The present is your superpower. It's not the past, it's not the future. It's not your Wi Fi, it's not your to do list, it's not your future plans. It's only the present, which is your superpower. So use your present, use your superpower. Your mind is dramatic. It has the biggest drama and the biggest actor in the world, and it's playing its movies and episodes and serials all the time inside. And it is full of fiction more than Netflix or Amazon Prime or any other channel that you actually watch. Your breath is your anchor. When you get lost, come back to your breath. Take a deep breath. It will bring you back to the moment. And like people ghosting you, unlike other people that ghosts you and disappear, your breath will always be by your side and will never ghost you. So take your breath as your anchor and come back to it. Practice mindfulness to be in the moment, to be in the now. Slow down. Have you seen the tortoise? We know about the tortoise and the hare and the story. Who wins the race? Well, The tortoise was living in the now and it was carrying on consistently and moving on. The hare was overconfident, living in the future, and yet it was the tortoise who actually won the race. Well, it doesn't happen always in life, but it is a story that we need to tell ourselves. Life is not a race. Don't be in a race not to see what others are doing, what their achievements are. You have your life to live in the moment and to make the most of it and to make the best of it and to make the better of it. It is up to you the way you live your moment. Life is not a race, even if you think the calendar thinks that it is in a race. The calendar has its own responsibilities and gives us the dates past, present, future, but it doesn't tell you to live in the future or live in the past. It is again another checkpoint for you to see where you are. Laughed often. We love to listen to Trevor Noah. We love to listen to Kapil Sharma. They're making so much changes in people's lives. I am very bad in comedy, but I love listening to jokes and I laugh my heart out. But if I crack a joke, which probably I will try sometime, maybe I'm the only one laughing and you may not even laugh. But we can try that sometime. Maybe that's something I'm actually thinking of doing. But at the moment, humor is so important to me too. I like to read, comic books and comic stories. Listen to children who have so much comic things to tell you. And humor is something which is like icing on the cake. It's like humor is mindfulness, which is kind of all glamored up. It makes your life feel so better, so lighter, and everything seems so so calm and you feel relaxed. Be where your feet are. You know where your feet are on the ground? Be there. They're more grounded than your thoughts are. Your thoughts are wandering all over the globe at the moment. Even at this point, when you're listening to me, you might be thinking of 10 other things, or 15 other things, or 20 other things, but your feet are standing or sitting at the same place where you are. They're more grounded than your thoughts are, than your mind is. That is the reason why we practice mindfulness, so that we learn to be in the moment, to be in the now. And remember, yesterday is gone. Today is all we have. It is a gift. Tomorrow is really a mystery. We have these great thoughts, right? Which also tell us these that I'm telling you now. But now is all yours, and nobody can take it from you. It is with you completely, beautifully, and powerfully. It is for you to make it more beautiful, more powerful, and to grab it and to say that, yes, I am with you. Thank you so much for listening to me today. Hope this inspires you to live in the moment, to live in the now. Thank you to all those who have subscribed to my channel and those who are new. It'll be great if you subscribe and click the subscribe button. It'll be awesome to have more people connecting so that we can share our stories. Please do share in the comments your experiences of living in the now and what you think. And if something has resonated with you, do subscribe and share it with your friends and colleagues and contacts. It'll be great to have more people who are living in the now and not be worrying about the future, which is a mystery, or living in the past, which is gone but has taught us some lessons to live in the now. I have learned my lessons and I try the best and most to make my present beautiful by living in the now, to try to grab it and make it more powerful and beautiful. And I hope you will also try as well. Let's be mindful. Let's try to live in the now. Thank you very much for your time and attention. I really appreciate. Have a good day. Thank you so much. Bye bye.